It is a city that traditionally gets much less snow than its Buckeye State rival up in Cleveland, but we are under a thick blanket of the white stuff here at Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Orlando Wizards and the Cincinnati Bengals. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway.
Come on, baby. Let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Baldwin. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
At their 48-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going to give this time to the tailback. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch QB drop. Check mark 33. Check mark 33.
From the gun, Baldwin. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring them down in the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
To throw on 2nd down, Baldwin. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
To throw on 3rd down, Baldwin. He's got his man, Boyd. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
At the 12-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line.
At their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Hey, dude. 50, Mike's 50. Hey. Mike's 50.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. You give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down, Wizards.
Brown 80. Let's go. Pass. Alert.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To the air, Allen. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Big stop,
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Third down. Baldwin. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Under 10. Under 10.
Mixon with a first down carry.
You ain't going nowhere.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Oh, design run for their wideout. And he gets it down to the 32. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Back to throw. Baldwin. Going deep for Hopkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where, in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Breida. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. 12 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Go. Gotta do better.
On play action, Allen gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And down he'll go at the 25. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On first down, here's Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
50 down, 80. 57, come on. I got him.
Now on second and 13. Allen. And what a catch. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Now Allen from the gun on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here first and 10. An update now from Oakland. The Raiders are out to an early lead, and we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up third and 13.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Off play action. Baldwin. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been in an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
57, Mike, 57. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Alert!
To the shotgun snap to Allen. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Right there. 319! Come on, let's go. I got it!
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right side, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10.
We got this.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 42-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to go up top again. And it's caught. Touchdown. Preston Williams. As time expires in the first half. As they are now on the board here in the first half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
57. Mike, 57. 50 smooth. 57. Exit. Deuce.
Now it's Breida. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run with Hunt. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
This is Breida. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 3rd down.
19. 56. Watch the screen. 57. 57 to Mike.
Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check. Watch that.
They run with Breida. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
Oh, he tried to pitch it and the ball's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Tight end to the left. 3 down. Check three. Hey, tight. 57 to Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Once again, they run with Mixon. Gets it up past the 10 with a nice move. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shift, watch the shift.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Taken in at the 22. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter from Oakland. Raiders continuing to roll. They have opened their lead even further. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Regular. 50 seconds to life. I got you, boy. Watch twist. Go.
Allen now looks to throw. And he completes it to Hunt. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a give to Breida. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Allen's throw is complete.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Hey, Delta. 56. Check 56. Hey, tight. Play 56.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 21.
1st down, Orlando.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Allen now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Throw left side complete. It's 4th. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Check 4, check 4.
On 2nd down now, McFarland, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
All day, just like that, just like that.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it. They've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
Check, check, check. Shoot, shoot.
Again, it's Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Check mark 33, check mark 33. Let's go, Heavy.
Operating from the gun, Baldwin. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked there by Nick Nelson. There he goes left side. And it's a touchdown.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover forced, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, 4th quarter, that is a game changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Off the play fake. Baldwin. He's going to launch this thing. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Room here to run. And touchdown. Matt Breida, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Fowler in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. 39 yards there. A big one. Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Clifford. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clifford. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 4th down, Baldwin. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hunt, and running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. And they take a knee. Charles, in this one, I think the storyline really, the fourth quarter, coming into it neck and neck, but they were able to separate, put their foot on the gas, and get the win.
And since you mentioned neck and neck, I'm going to stay with a little bit of a horse racing theme. It was that close, and then really went into the gallop and finished it strong.
One more horse racing theme.
Go.
I am glad you posted today.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So for our visitors, it's an 11th win of the year as they'll finish the regular season at 11-5. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, this might wind up being a tough pill to swallow as they're going to finish the season